Live from Studio 46, this is CBS 2 News at 6.
There's lots and lots of documents that involve all those people.
Tax money paid for it. A multi-million-dollar report Governor Christie says proves he was not involved with traffic jams at the George Washington Bridge. But there's a catch. Good evening, I'm Dana Tyler. That catch is that the report is from Christie's own lawyers. That's why the Democratic National Committee is calling it a, quote, expensive sham. CBS 2's Christine Sloan explains.
The attorney hired by Governor Christie says his office looked at the governor's personal email and interviewed his staff, and that an internal investigation found Christie had no prior knowledge of the George Washington Bridge lane closures. Instead, he says Bridget Ann Kelly, the aide the governor fired for sending out the email time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee, and David Wildstein, Christie's political Port Authority appointee who stepped down, orchestrated the whole thing.
David Wildstein is the person who originated this idea and orchestrated it. David Wildstein went to Bridget Kelly for approval in the governor's office. They had an ulterior motive for implementing that decision to in some way target Mayor Sokolich in Fort Lee.
The governor also talked about the report on a radio show.
There's lots and lots of documents that involve all those people, which have been part of the public record and will be becoming part of the public record as we go forward. And you can discern a lot from that. But
Democratic State Senator Loretta Weinberg, who is on a legislative committee looking into the traffic mess, says Christie basically got what he paid for, a $1 million investigation funded by taxpayers.
They issued a premature report based upon incomplete information without being able to interview some of the main folks in this.
Kelly and Bill Stepien, the governor's former campaign manager, have refused to turn over personal email and messages to the legislative committee, citing their Fifth Amendment rights. Still, the internal report points out Stepien and Kelly had a personal relationship that eventually cooled off, and that in emails, Kelly said she was sorry for tainting her office and said, quote, "I am on fire and I am irate," after allegedly finding out Fort Lee's mayor spoke to her male co-worker. Senator Weinberg says it speaks volumes about Christie's leadership.
What they're describing is a kind of manager who hired two people that he now describes as a little bit loony.
Senator Weinberg says she'd like to see Randy Mastro come before her committee and answer questions about the report. In Trenton, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
Senator Weinberg also says her committee will continue to look into the lane closures to get to the truth. The U.S. Attorney's Office also investigating. If you'd like to read the full report, go to our website, cbsnewyork.com.